It always tells us that, so everybody knows. We're going to start on page 7, and you're not going to have this page, Genevieve, so you can just look at the screen for this part. But Anthony, if you could get to page 7, and then I know you're still waiting, Genevieve, but Anthony, if you have post-it notes in your stash of stuff, because remember you're supposed to have like all these supplies with you. Hopefully you have them. I'm going to have you mark this page in your book. Do you have a post-it, Anthony? Perfect. So put this sticky part down like this, and the part that's loose like that, go ahead and write the word pronouns. Because I'm going to have you, hold on, just kidding. Don't do that. I have a wrong, forget it. Ignore everything I just said. I don't know why that's sticking in my book. That's for another class. Forget that. Sorry, I made you waste a post-it. Just throw it away. Oh boy. Okay. We will use post-it notes soon, but not yet. I see that. I see you have your post-its. That's good. All right, back to this. Page 7. It says article adjective. Today, we're going to learn about what those are. Article adjectives are a, an, and the. And I refer to these as articles, but the technical term is article adjectives. And basically, these are the 3 words that you use before a noun. Sometimes there's an adjective between the two. Like I might say, a fluffy dog. A is an is an article. Fluffy is the adjective, is telling about the dog, right? And then dog is the noun. I could say an apple. An would be the article, and then apple is the noun. So this is a clue. When you see the words a or an or the, it's a clue that a noun is coming. Just remember that. Okay, that's a big clue. And now you're going to start marking these in this book. And it says a noun follows an article adjective. Sometimes adjectives describing words come before the article and its noun, as in between the article and its noun, as in a kind dwarf. There's your example. A is the article, kind is the adjective, dwarf is the noun because it's a little person. So what you're going to do is find those words, a, an, and the, and you're going to put AR on top of it. And AR stands for article. So we have the example here. It says, the tired soldier built a fire near an oak tree. We have the AR. We put AR on top of that. A, AR, and an AR. So that's all we're doing now is we are looking for those words and putting AR on top of it. We're labeling them. Pretty easy. That's it on that page. That's a short page. So this page, Genevieve, you should have page 9. Got it? Looks like this. She's looking, it should say page 9 at the bottom. Or just check and make sure it's the same sentence here. Do you have it, or is she still looking? They decided to take turns, that sentence. It should be from an email that I sent out yesterday. So if you don't have it, your mom might need to check the email again.
Oh, what is it? Can I?
Oh, sorry. Okay, let me share it again.
Talking about they decided to take turns guarding the camp. Yeah.
Did you find it?
My mom's printing it right now.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, perfect. All right, so how about Anthony, go ahead and read the sentence.
They decided to take turns guarding the camp.
Good. That's the first step is reading it, read it, and then we got to check that vocabulary word. And the vocabulary word is guarding. So, Genevieve, what does guarding mean? Do you know what that means?
I do.
What does it mean?
It means like you when you guard something, you're guarding it. basically like protecting it from like danger or just keeping it stored somewhere.
Nice. Okay, protecting, that's a good word for it. Anthony, did you want to say something different?
I was gonna say protecting.
Yeah, protecting. So they're guarding it. They're taking turns protecting the camp. And I see Amber coming in. If you can hear me, Amber, we're on page 9 in the grammar book. And I'm recording this if you want to go back and listen to the first few minutes. So we're going to check vocabulary because we already know what it is, guarding. Now we're going to go over to market. And we have a new one today, article. So we're going to write next to it. Go ahead and write this on yours. A and the. And make sure you don't put a D for and because it's not and, it's A-N, an. A, and the. Go ahead and write those down at the top. That's just a note for yourself to remember because those are new to you. Those are called articles. And it says there's only one on this page. So Genevieve, where do you see the article and the sentence? Which one?
Article.
Yeah,
What is an article again?
right here. You should have, or do you have your paper yet?
I do not. My mom.
Okay, I'll come back to you. Don't worry, it's okay. I'll come back to you. Anthony, so it's A, and the to answer your question, Genevieve, right here. Those are the articles. Anthony, do you see one of those words?
Yeah, it's like before the camp.
The word is the right here. So I want you to put AR on top of that. So Amber, do you have this page? Page 9?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good. So the lesson you missed earlier was what an article is, and we wrote them in up here. So if you can write, I want everybody to write that in at the top next to article. Just a note for yourself so you know which ones they are. A, and the. And there's only one. We already found it, so you can put a check by that.
I have it now.
Okay, good. Go ahead and catch up and do what we did up here. And the only thing we labeled so far was the. And then Amber, when you're ready, do you see two nouns? One of them is really hard. One of them is pretty easy to see, but where are the nouns in that sentence?
Camp.
Camp is one. The other one's tricky, I will say. It is tricky.
Turns.
It is very good. It's turns. And the reason why it's turns is because it says take turns. Take turns, because take is going to be the verb here, and turns is the noun. That's a tricky one because turns can sometimes be a verb too. Like if your dog turns around, it's doing something, right? All right, check the nouns. And then how about Genevieve? Which word should we capitalize in this sentence?
We have to capitalize the beginning of the sentence, which would be they. We have to put
Good.
a capital T.
Good. So we're just going to do 3 little lines like that under the T. And then Anthony, what kind of an end mark are we going to put at the end?
A period.
Good, a period. Excellent. Whoops, my marker is drying up. There should be a period here. You can't really see it. Need a new marker. Okay, good. You got it. So we're done marking up that page. We did all the things on the top. I'm going to have you do the writing part later after class where you rewrite it with your nice handwriting. And then you're going to do the next 3 pages. So it's going to be page 10, 11, and 12. That's your homework this week for grammar. All right, so we're done with grammar. So we can put this away for now. And are there any questions about the grammar lesson or anything? You guys have any questions? If not, you can shake your head no, so I know you don't have any questions. Okay. Oh, go ahead, Genevieve.
What are the pages again?
Oh, for homework, it's going to be page 10, 11, and 12.
Day 2? Week 2, day 2?
Yeah, week 2, day 2, week 2, day 3, and week 2, day 4.
Oh, okay. Thank
Got
you.
it? Okay, cool. You're welcome.
I'm gonna mark it with some Post-its.
Okay, I'm glad you got it. And Amber, do you have your book yet for your binder for the writing class?
Which one?
Some people are waiting for it to come in the mail. Do you have this one?
Oh yeah, I have that one.
Okay, cool. And I know Anthony has it. Um, have you guys opened up the plastic yet for the papers that are inside of it? Not yet? Okay. So I'm going to help you organize your binder. Um, if you have trouble with it though, you probably should get a parent to help you just so you don't drop any papers. Because that's a big pain if you drop your papers, just saying.
Is it this?
Yeah, oh, it looks like yours are already in there. That's good. Okay, so I'm gonna have sorry, Amber, go ahead and take the plastic off of the papers. Very carefully, don't drop it because it'll be a big mess to try to figure it out. So just carefully take off the plastic, and then you're gonna put all of the papers, all the whole stack. This whole stack right here is gonna go in front of all the tabs here. You guys see that?
We didn't get any tabs.
Oh, okay. Did you get your binder though? Or not yet?
Packet.
Wait, Mom, say it again.
We just got the student packet, the structure and style student packet.
Oh, you didn't get the binder with it? Okay, you might need another binder
Okay.
to put with it or to put the papers in. I don't know how that happened because the link that I sent you guys had the binder too.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you can, well, you could order it if you wanted to.
I'll just have to use my own. Yes, that's fine. I'll just go back and order it. It seems like the school is taking a long time to
I
fulfill.
know.
So we'll just do it.
I think you can get the binders separately and it'll come with the tabs, but for now you can put these in a regular binder. That way they don't get mixed up if you have one. But if you want to just have her take out the pages just for today, just so that they don't get mixed up, I'm okay with that too. Today we're just gonna, okay, so Amber, did you put them all in front of the tabs?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, perfect. And then the tab at the back that says, and this is for you too, Anthony. Do you guys see a tab that says source texts like that? Source texts.
Yeah.
Go ahead and open the rings of your binder and just take out that one tab. And when you open the rings, don't pull on the rings because it'll bend them. You want to make sure to only use this part right here, the little tabs at the end, the top and the bottom. Pull those apart. Don't pull on the rings. And then you can take out this tab, this one, source text, and then close the rings again. And I'm going to show you where to move it. Let me know when you got the tab out. You guys got it? Okay, close up the rings and then go back to the front again. And then I want you to flip until you see page 8. And the tab is going to go between page 8 and 9. That's where you're going to put the tab back in the binder. Okay.
This one, right?
Yeah. The one that says source text, is that the one you have like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to turn like at the beginning of your binder, you're going to see that page and you're going to keep turning like the table of contents. Turn until you see page 8. And then open your rings and put this in between pages 8 and 9.
Okay.
And then close the rings again. So that's where that tab is supposed to stay. But don't close your binders yet because you're going to take something out of the binder next again. So Amber, did you get it? Okay, good. So now your rings are closed. Turn the tab over until you see page 9. And you see on page 9, it says Unit 1, note taking and outlines. And then it says week 1, the dog in the shadow and giant saguaro. Is that how you say, that's how you say that word? You're going to take out week 1. So you're going to take out pages 9 and 13 and 11 and 15. Take out all the pages until you see week 2. Don't take week 2 out. Leave it in there. Just take out only week 1. You'll see it at the top of each page. You'll see a little week 1 there. Take out all those week 1s.
This one too?
Yes, that one too.
Okay.
And then once you get week 1 out, you're going to see week 2. Leave that in there and then close up your rings. And that's all you need from your binder for today. We'll work with those. And then once you get out week 1, I want you to also get out a lined piece of paper. So you should have that in your supplies, a lined piece of paper. And a pencil. So just so you know, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 pages for week 1 and a lined piece of paper and a pencil. That's what you need. So once you have all that in front of you, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Okay, I see that, Anthony. If you need to go get a piece of lined paper, that's okay. You can go get one. Okay. Did you get it, Genevieve? Yeah, okay. And you got lined paper too? Okay, good. And how about you, Amber? Okay, good. Awesome. So each week, well, sometimes we go through this over 2 weeks, but each time we get a new lesson out, that's what we'll do. We'll take out the whole lesson, take it out of the binder. It's so much easier to work with when it's out of your binder. So now you can close up your binder and close the rings up and set it aside. And we're just going to have this on your table and your lined paper. The first page we're going to talk about today is the yellow page. So go ahead and put the yellow page on top so you can look at that with me. Okay, so we're starting unit 1. It says note making and outlines. And here's a picture of an outline. An outline has words and numbers on it. And you're going to see a Roman numeral 1 here, and we're going to talk about that later, but you're going to see 1 through 5. Yes, good. This is an outline, and we're going to write some words on an outline, which is going to be on our lined paper. And then we're going to do these steps. We're going to read, think, look up, and speak. So I'm going to explain to you what that means in a minute here. But let's start with the next paper is going to be your lined paper. So on your lined paper, right here at the very top line, I want you to write your first and last name on your paper. Okay, right here on the top line next to the red line. Go ahead and write your first and last name right here.
I already have paper in my binder.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and get your paper. Or get it from somewhere. You need lined paper. Underneath your name right here in the next line, I'm going to have you put the date. And today is 9/17/25. That's how I like to write my date with numbers. 9 stands for the 9th month of the year, which is September. So today's date is September 17th, 2025. That's how I write my date, 9/17/25. Okay, once you got that on your paper, you're going to skip a line. So leave the next line blank. And somewhere in the middle, we're going to write the name of the story, and it's called The Dog and the Shadow. So write that somewhere in the middle. Skip a line and write it somewhere in the middle.
Oh.
The Dog and the Shadow. That's the name of the story. And then right underneath that, don't worry if you're still writing, I'm going to leave it here for a minute. You're going to write the words key with a capital K, and then word with a capital W, and then outline with a capital O. So it says the dog and the shadow, key word outline. When you're done writing that, give me a thumbs up.
Your screen is freezing.
Oh, I know my internet's being weird today. I heard that from my other classes.
Leave your hand under. Maybe that'll help.
Can you see
Oh,
it?
I can see that.
Okay. Okay, cool. It's my internet's being weird today, so hopefully it hangs in there. Can you see it okay, Anthony?
Papers are all scrambled.
Your hand is like blocking it. It's like frozen where your hand was trying to
Oh,
run.
weird.
Anthony, just come to my room. You could just look up of my screen.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, it unfroze.
Okay. If it happens again, just go in Amber's room. Okay. It looks like you got it, Genevieve. You wrote that down?
I'm still working on it.
Oh, still working on it. Okay, give me a thumbs up when you got all that set up on your paper.
I did it all too far away. I made too many spaces.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to
Okay, I
use
see
two
that,
lines.
Anthony. Okay. All right. While you guys are finishing writing that, let's talk about a key. So we have keys in real life. And what are some things that we need a key to open? What kinds of things do we use a key for?
A lock or a door.
A lock or a door? It could be like to your house. What else, Genevieve?
Well, one type of key is on a piano, or there's even a type of key in grammar, I think.
Yes, that's true. And what I'm talking about right now is like a key that opens things. So what's something that a key could open? Like Anthony said, like the door to your house. What about your car? I mean, I know sometimes we have buttons for the car, but still you have to have it in order to start the car. You have to have the button for it or the key. What about like a diary? You know how some diaries have a little lock on it where you can
I've
close it
had
up?
those a lot in the past.
Yeah. And because you don't want anybody else reading your private notes, right? So you lock it up so nobody else can see it. Yeah. Sometimes people have like a safe where they keep important documents or something, maybe jewelry or something that they want to keep safe, and they use a key or a combination for that. Okay, so that's a key in real life. In writing, a key word is going to be the most important word in the sentence. That's what those key words are. And sentences have more than one key word, but they're going to be the most important words. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. So Genevieve, is your hand up because you have something to say, or is that from earlier? Okay, just checking.
Sorry, that was from earlier. I'll take it down.
One more thing I want you to do, skip a space. So you're going to leave that next space blank. And then next to the red line, I'm going to have you just do 1 through 6 like this, almost like you do for math, but we're going to use that as an outline, 1 through 6. The story that we are about to read is 6 sentences long. So these numbers are for each sentence. And what we're going to do is look for keywords in each sentence. Now, there are some rules about that. So I said that was the last thing you're going to write, but I was just kidding. There's more that you're going to write down. So skip a space under the 6, and I want you to write the word rules like that with a line under it, because we're going to talk about some rules about the outline. By the way, the outline is like taking notes. So I'm going to teach you how to make an outline so you have notes so that when you go to write your paragraph, you already have most of the important words figured out. It makes writing so much easier when you have notes. So an outline is like a set of words and numbers, and they're basically your notes for your writing. So under rules, the first rule is 3 key words only. That's the first word rule. You can only use 3 words, 3 keywords for each line on your outline. Only 3. So when we read this and we go back and look at each sentence, we're going to really have to think, what are the 3 most important words from this sentence? And you have to figure it out.
Finally caught up on all the right.
Okay, good. It's kind of like a puzzle to figure out what are the 3 most important keywords. And then I want you to write the word free, because there are some things that you can include in your outline that we don't have to count. You can only have 3 words, but these things are free. So put the word symbols. Who can tell me what is it? What is symbols? What does that mean, a symbol? You guys know what a symbol is?
Like a thing showing something.
Yeah, that's a good one. So like for our country, if you see an American flag, that's a symbol for freedom. Or if you see the Statue of Liberty. So it's basically an image that represents something else. Genevieve, what do you think?
I also a symbol could be like kind of like an acronym. Like you could do something short for that, kind of like an acronym.
Kind of. That's something else, kind of. And I don't know if you've ever noticed, like on an ambulance, there's like a red cross, like a plus sign. That's a symbol for emergency or yeah, something like that. So it's a little picture is what a symbol is. So let's just put in parentheses here pictures so that we can remember that's what that means, like little pictures. So a symbol is like a little picture to represent something. The other thing we can use for free are numbers. We can use numbers for free. We don't have to count those. And the last thing, I think this is what you were thinking, Genevieve. It's called abbreviations. It's a big word here. Abbreviations. And that's when we use like just a few words to represent a bigger word. Like if I wanted to abbreviate the United States of America, and I'm going to put this in parentheses, I would do USA. That's abbreviating the United States of America, right? That's an example. So instead of writing out United States of America, I can just put USA, and that represents United States of America. That's an abbreviation. Or like the word Monday. If you're talking about Monday, you could put MON with a dot, and that would be short way to say Monday. All right, so that's the rules. That's it. We can only use 3 words, but these things are free. We can draw a little picture if we need to, use numbers or abbreviations if we need to. Now, I don't want you to draw a bunch of pictures because I know it's fun to draw pictures, but I don't want you to have like a bunch of pictures on there. We got to limit ourselves to just a couple if we need it, but we can use it if we need to. All right. Thumbs up when you got all that written down. Good. Now go to the story, The Dog in the Shadow. Let's do that part next. This is a story, and it says here attributed to Aesop. Have you guys ever heard of Aesop's fables before? Yeah, some of you know. Okay, so Aesop's fables are made up stories. They're pretend stories, and they usually have animals in them. Maybe you've heard of the tortoise and the hare, or the fox and the hound, or the crow. I think there's one with a crow, or the lion and the mouse. That's another one. So they're made up stories, but they teach us a lesson. That's what's special about the Aesop's fables is we can learn a life lesson from it. So this one's called The Dog in the Shadow, and I'm going to read this, but I want you guys to be thinking about what lesson can we learn from this story? What's the life lesson? Okay, so I'm going to read it. You guys just follow along on your page. It says, a lucky dog had found a big fresh bone and was carrying it home to enjoy. On his way, he had to cross a low bridge over a calm stream. As he crossed, he looked down and saw his own reflection in the water beneath. Thinking it was another dog with another bone, he wanted to have that also. So he growled and snapped at the other dog in the water. But as he opened his mouth, the bone fell out. It dropped into the stream and was gone forever. And here's the picture. I saw your face. I know, poor doggy. But he kind of did it to himself, so it's hard to feel too bad for him. But look closely at the picture. Do you guys see his reflection right here at the very bottom? If you look very closely, you can kind of see it right there. So reflection, and we see that when we look in a mirror in the bathroom, you see your own reflection, right? You can see yourself. Yeah. It happens in water too. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen yourself in water before? The thing is, the water has to be like super still because if there's any waves at all in the water, you can't see in it very well. But if it's super calm and still, it's almost like looking at glass or something, you can see your reflection in that. So, what is the life lesson we can learn from this story? What can we learn from this story?
Don't be greedy.
Good. Don't be greedy. That's a really good one. That's true. Don't be greedy. Don't be selfish. Because he already had a bone. And then he thought he saw another bone and he wanted that one too. It's like one wasn't enough for him. He wanted another one. Genevieve?
Think before you act.
Think before you act. I like that. Very good. Maybe even be thankful for what you have. Another one I thought of was don't always believe everything you see. That's another good one because he's believing that this is another dog. And sometimes on the internet, there's stuff that looks crazy, like we don't know. Is that real? How could that be real? Because now we have like AI and you can make pictures and change things, and it's hard to tell anymore what's real. So that's another good life lesson to learn is don't always believe everything you see. I will tell you, you can believe your parents. Your parents will tell you the truth. You can always believe what they tell you, okay? And other people in your family. But beyond that, like neighbors and people at Walmart and people on the news, sometimes I don't know if you can believe everything they say. For your parents, yes. So remember that. Okay. Now we're going to look at each sentence. And what we're going to do is build an outline. And we're going to take some notes here. So let's go back so you should have these side by side in front of you. So have the story on one side, have your outline on the other side so you see both at the same time. I'm going to go like this so you can see them both. The very first sentence says, a lucky dog had found a big fresh bone and was carrying it home to enjoy. So the next step is to figure out what are the key words in that sentence. What are the most important words in just that sentence? What do you guys think? Raise your hand if you know. Okay, Anthony?
The bone.
Bone. That's a key word. What else? There's a bunch of them. Genevieve?
One keyword was bridge.
Yep. That's in the next sentence. So let's just try to stick with that first sentence. But there's a keyword like dog is a keyword,
Lucky.
lucky,
Egg.
found.
No, not A.
Yeah, not a, but maybe carrying. What else? Something that you
Home.
think. Did you say home?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one more I think would be a good keyword to
Big.
remember. Yeah, I mean, it's a good word, but I don't know. I think enjoy is going to be important to remember. Okay, so here's what we're looking for. We're looking for words that will help us remember what this sentence was about. Okay, so we got to look for those super important words so we can, what is this sentence talking about? Well, we know it's talking about a dog. Lucky could be a key word, but really dog, found, bone, carrying home, enjoy. Those are the main words, right? Those are the most important words. Words like a and was and it, those are not keywords. Okay, that's
I
the
want to eliminate all my. Oh, sorry. I was talking.
okay. And you can underline those, but remember the rules. Now let's look back on this page, our notes. We can only use 3. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 underlined. We have way too many underlined, but we can only use 3. So now we got to figure out which ones are the most important out of those that we need in our outline. So I'm going to help you with the first one, and then you guys can do the next one. I know dog is important, but guess what? It's in our title. So we don't really need to mention the dog here because we know that's what we're talking about. Okay, I see your hand, Genevieve. Do you see what we could do?
Bone.
Bone, for sure. Let's circle bone. That's going to be super important. I think carrying, because we got to know it's in his mouth. And we know that only way for dogs to carry something is in their mouths. They don't have hands, right? So they're going to carry it in their mouth. And
They
then
don't have opposable thumbs or.
they don't. You're right. They don't. I'm thinking because we can use symbols, I'm thinking we could draw a little house to represent home. And then I think we need that word enjoy. Now we got our 3. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. And I want you to underline and circle on your paper too. So hopefully you guys are doing that. And go to number 1. We're going to put the word bone. That's one keyword. We're going to put carrying. This is next to number 1. And then we're going to draw a little home because that's important to remember where he was carrying it. So I'm just going to do a tiny in that spot. Don't make it very big. This is a symbol.
Mrs. Naros?
Yeah.
Can I use these that my mom said you told us to give them? Can I use this to underline and circle?
Oh, for underlining and circling? Yes, you can. But not on your outline. You'll use a regular pencil or a pen. Okay. Yeah, you can use a highlighter for that, but I don't want you writing with a highlighter. Okay, so we got bone carrying home, and then we have the word enjoy. All right, so write those down next to number 1. Those are the most important words from that first sentence, and we used a little symbol. And we followed the rules because we can only have 3 words. We have bone, carrying, and enjoy. Did you already write it down, Amber? You're good? Okay. All right, so Amber, I'm going to have you help us with the second sentence. So first go ahead and read, Amber, read just this sentence that starts with on his way.
On his way, he had to cross a low bridge over a calm stream.
Good. Okay. So now let's start underlining. What are all the key words, Amber, in that sentence?
Cross.
Cross, good.
Bridge.
I know.
Yes. Let Amber do this one, okay, sweetie? What's another one?
Stream.
Stream, good. I think there's one more that's really important.
Calm.
Yes. Because like I said earlier, calm means that the water was really still. If it's wavy, you can't really see in it. So that's important to remember. Okay, good. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4 words, but our rule says we can only have 3. So is there one that maybe we can draw, Amber, from those words? Cross, bridge, calm, stream?
A bridge, maybe.
We could. It might be kind of hard. I'm wondering if stream is easier because we could do like little water.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah? Okay. If you want to draw a bridge instead of the word bridge, that's up to you. That would be kind of hard to do. But so I'm going to circle cross, bridge, and calm. And then I'm just going to remember to draw water. Okay. So I'm going to copy those cross, bridge, calm. And then my water is just going to go like that. Just to represent water, like waves. That was good.
And so we do that too.
Yeah, so for now, you're going to just copy mine. Eventually, when you guys get used to doing these, you can make yours different. But yes, I think for now, don't draw the bridge, just write it out. Write it just like mine for the first one, because I want to make sure you understand. And then when you're done writing that, I'll have Genevieve, you can do the next sentence. Starts with as he crossed.
Mrs. Neros,
Yeah.
since we are doing the sorry, since we're doing the writing, you did a lowercase b. Should we do a capital sentence beginning of a sentence, or does it not count?
No, you don't have to capitalize it because these aren't sentences. We're making a list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So since we're just making a list, they don't need to be capitalized. Good question, though. Go ahead and do, are you still writing, Genevieve? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to do the next one, actually. The next one says, as he crossed, he looked down and saw his own reflection in the water beneath. I know reflection is going to be super important. And water and beneath, I think looked down. To me, those are the most important words in the sentence. Those are the key words. In my opinion, that's what I think we should look at. Now, that's more than 3. We can only do 3 words. So I wonder if we could do a couple of symbols, maybe for looked down. Oh, we should probably include crossed too, because he's crossing the bridge. That means he's walking across it, right? So I'm thinking we can put crossed. And for looked, let's put some eyeballs. This is going to represent looked. I like to put little eyelashes on mine. And he looked down. So I'm going to do a down arrow. Okay. So I got crossed, looked down, and then reflection. And I think I'm going to do beneath. Okay, so I used crossed, reflection, and beneath. And then I drew a couple of symbols in there. Remember, those are free, but I only have 3 words. Genevieve, did you want to say something?
Oh, no.
Okay. I'm running out of time, so I'm going to go a little, do the next one, and then we're going to stop there because we have something to practice with this outline, okay? So I'm going to go on to the next sentence. It says, thinking it was another dog with another bone, he wanted to have that also. Well, thinking another dog, bone, wanted. Those are the key words in that sentence. I don't think I need the word thinking though, because we can assume that we know he's thinking about it. But I do think it would be important to say another. And maybe for dog, we can use a symbol for that or an abbreviation or something. I'll think about that one. But I think we need bone and wanted. So I'm going to use another bone and wanted. All right, so for number 4, I'm going to write in another. And then for dog, I have an idea. You see how we have dog in the title? Circle that D for dog. And then we're going to use that as a little symbol for dog here. You guys see what I did here? So that way we don't have to waste the word. We can just remember, oh yeah, the D with a circle, that's dog. Okay, so another dog, and then bone, and then wanted. And I'll wait till you guys catch up, okay? I'll leave it like that, and tell me when you're ready. Give me a thumbs up if you got all that written down. Good, Anthony. Did you circle this one too?
Last thing I wrote was
Okay.
column.
Oh yeah, you better hurry up. Keep writing. We'll wait for you. Amber, did you get it written down? Thumbs up? Okay. Now I'm gonna let you do 5 and 6 later for homework. You're gonna finish up the last 2 sentences by yourself later, okay? But you're also gonna do something with this outline. So, and go ahead and keep writing, Genevieve. I'm gonna have to keep talking because we're running out of time and I want to make sure to practice this with you guys. But the whole point of writing an outline is to give you something to use when you're writing. But this week we're going to practice retelling the story. So you're not going to write the paragraph, the story this time. I mean, you're going to retell it. And it's going to go like this. You're going to look at number 1. And by the way, turn the original story upside down. So you're not looking at the original anymore. Only look at the outline. Number 1 says bone carrying home and joy. So in my head, I'm going to think of a sentence using those keywords. So I'm going to think for a minute, what can I say using those 3 words and that symbol? And I'm going to say, one day there was a dog who found a bone and was carrying it home to enjoy. I made sure to use everything on that line. And it's different than the original one. Okay, but I made up my own sentence. So the other thing is, oh, and are you still writing, Genevieve? Are you still writing it?
I'm almost done. I have
Okay.
like one more word.
Okay, we'll wait till you get that one done. I'm going to have you guys practice this because your homework is going to be to finish 5 and 6, but then you're going to use it to tell somebody the story. You're going to tell a parent or an adult at home this story, only using the outline. Okay, so once Genevieve finishes that last word, did you get it? Okay, so I'm going to take this off the share and I'm going to hold the paper like this, okay? And then I'm going to look at the number 1 and I'm going to think of a sentence and then I'm going to look up at you and say the sentence. I already did it earlier, and so I'm going to just say it again. One day there was a dog who found a bone and was carrying it home to enjoy. And now I'm going to look at number 2 and think in my head. Okay, and I'm going to look at you and say he had to cross a bridge, and then I can check. Oh, yeah, over calm water or a calm stream. And then I'm going to look down at number 3 and I'm going to think. Down, reflection. Okay, and then I'm going to look up and say, as he crossed, he looked down and saw his reflection beneath. You see how I'm doing this? I'm looking down, I'm thinking of a sentence, and then I look up and I tell you the sentence, and then I look down and look up, to look down and look up like that until you get all the sentences out. Genevieve, did you have a question?
I might have problems with it because I did it out of order.
Oh, yeah, you were supposed to copy mine.
Yeah, I was just putting the words down.
Uh-oh. Well, you know what? I'm recording this, so you could go back and pause it and copy it later, okay? Or you can fix it, after class.
My mom can probably print out like a screenshot of it, and I can do it from that.
Okay, so I'm going to have Anthony start. Anthony, I'm going to have you hold your paper like this in front of you, not over your face, but like hold it up a little closer to you so you can see it. And I want you to look at number 1 and think of a sentence and then look up at the camera and tell us a sentence.
A dog was carrying.
Wait, you forgot to look at the camera. There you go.
Oh. A dog was carrying a bone home.
Okay, you forgot the word enjoy. Try it again.
To
There you go. Okay, that'll work. Now turn that upside down because I don't want you to look at that one. Only look at your notes. Okay, now go on to number 2, Anthony, and do the same thing for number 2. Look at the words, think of a sentence, and then look at us and say the sentence.
He had to cross a bridge with calm water.
Okay, good. Over, you could say over calm water. Good. That'll work. Do number 3.
He crossed and looked down to his reflection beneath.
Nice. Very good. And the last one that we have, number 4.
He saw his reflection and saw the bone, and he wanted another bone.
Okay, good. The only thing you forgot was that he saw another dog with another bone. So try that one more time.
He saw another dog with the bone, and he wanted that bone.
Nice. All right, this is how we clap in Zoom, okay? So everybody can see it. Go like this with your hands. Good job, Anthony. And then Amber, I'm going to have you do the same thing. So you'll start at number 1, look at your outline, and then look up and tell us a sentence, and do that for each one.
Okay. The dog was carrying a bone home to enjoy.
Good.
He crossed a bridge with calm waters.
Good.
He crossed the bridge and he looked down to see his reflection beneath.
Good.
He saw another dog with a bone that he wanted.
Good. All right. You know what to do. Good job, Amber. All right. And Genevieve, I know yours is kind of mixed up. Do you want to look off of mine here? Okay, you can look at mine, but try to memorize or try to think of a sentence and look away from it. Start with number 1 and come up with a sentence for that.
A dog was carrying a bone home to enjoy.
Okay, and then the next one.
He crossed a bridge with calm waters.
Okay.
He saw his reflection beneath. and saw another dog with a bone he wanted.
Okay, good. So that's two separate sentences. So you would say he crossed. Here, let me cover this up. Try to do just number 3 first.
He crossed a bridge and looked down and saw his reflection beneath.
Okay, then do this one.
He saw another dog with a bone he wanted.
Okay, good. Nice. All right, you guys do this for Genevieve too. Woohoo, in the camera. There we go. All right, one last thing before you go. Down here, I want you to just draw a line, a long line like that, and you're going to write parent sign here. And you can draw a little arrow. So what you're going to do for your homework, you've got your grammar pages, you're going to work on grammar, and then you're going to finish 5 and 6. Those are the last two sentences. You're going to have to figure out what words and what symbols are you going to put here to help you remember what those two sentences are. And then you're going to tell your parent the story. I don't want you to just have your face down at the paper and telling it to them. You have to look, think, and then look up. Make sure when you're telling them the sentence, you're looking at them, okay? And you're going to do that for each sentence until you tell the whole thing. And then after you tell the whole thing, you're going to ask them to sign it here. And that tells me when you turn it in that you did it. Okay? Does that make sense, Genevieve?
Can you please send me the recording?
Yes, I will put it in the Google Classroom, okay?
Oh, okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you can find it there. So, yep, you're going to finish 5 and 6, and then you're going to tell the story to a parent and have them sign it. Okay, any other questions before you go? You guys are good? All right, good job today, everybody. And I will see you
Bye. Thank
next
you.
week. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye. See you next week.